In a world full of empty promises and fleeting relationships, how do you know if she truly loves you? It's not about what she says, it's about what she does. Real love is rare, but once you understand it, you'll never settle for less again. Today, I'm about to reveal the truth behind what genuine love really looks like. Stay with me, because what you'll learn could change everything you thought you knew about relationships. Most men have been fed lies about what love is supposed to look like. We've been told to chase, to impress, to prove ourselves over and over again. But here's the truth. Real love doesn't need to be chased. It flows naturally when it's genuine. If you're tired of playing games, if you're done with relationships that leave you feeling confused and drained, then this video is for you. We're about to break down the powerful psychology behind real love and how a woman who truly values you will act. Comment, "I refuse to settle," if you're ready to finally understand what a real, lasting connection looks like. Buckle up. This is going to change the way you see relationships forever. Now let's get started. Number 1, she gives you unconditional respect. Respect is the foundation of any successful relationship. In today's world, respect is often confused with admiration or flattery. A woman might admire you for your job, your looks, or your social status, but that's not respect. Real respect runs deeper. It's not about what you have or what you can offer. It's about who you are. A woman who respects you will respect your opinions, your values, and your boundaries. She won't try to control or manipulate you into being someone you're not. Now, let me hit you with a cold, hard truth. If she's constantly belittling your choices, questioning your decisions, or making you feel like you're not good enough, that's not respect. That's control. And here's the thing. A lot of guys mistake control for love. You think because she's all over you, constantly criticizing or helping you make better decisions, she cares. But real love doesn't need to control. When a woman respects you, she will let you lead without trying to undermine you. She understands that you are the captain of your own ship, and she trusts that you can steer it. Even if she disagrees with you, she won't undermine you in front of others. She'll express her opinions privately, like a true partner, because she knows respect is the glue that holds everything together. But respect isn't just about how she treats you. It's also about how she talks about you when you're not there. Pay attention to how she talks about you to her friends, family, and colleagues. Is she praising you, or is she putting you down? Does she build you up, or tear you down when you're out of earshot? If she's not speaking about you with respect when you're not around, it's a massive red flag. Look at it this way. If she can't respect you in the little things, like your opinions, your hobbies, or your boundaries, what makes you think she'll respect you in the big things? And once the respect is gone, the love isn't far behind. Respect is non-negotiable, and any man who settles for less is playing with fire. Number 2, she encourages your growth. Here's a question for you. Is she rooting for your success, or is she holding you back? A woman who truly loves you will want to see you win in every area of your life. She's not threatened by your ambition. In fact, she's your biggest cheerleader. She's the one who pushes you to pursue your goals, who encourages you to keep going when things get tough. But let me tell you something. Today, we live in a world where some women will only stick around if you're already at the finish line. They want a man who's already made it, with the house, the car, and the 6-figure income. But that's not love. That's opportunism. A woman who truly loves you will be there during the grind. She'll support you when you're at rock bottom because she believes in your potential. She's not in love with your current circumstances. She's in love with your vision. She sees your potential even when you can't. And when you stumble, she doesn't pack her bags and leave. She stays. She's invested in the journey, not just the destination. Think about this. Have you ever dated someone who seemed supportive at first, but the minute you hit a rough patch, they were out the door? That's because they were never in it for the long haul. Real love means standing by someone, even when the road gets rocky. But there's a flip side to this too. While it's amazing to have a woman who supports your dreams, you have to be careful. Some women will pretend to support you, but what they really want is to control your ambitions. They'll push you towards certain goals, not because they believe in you, but because it benefits them. Be careful of this. True support is about helping you grow into the best version of yourself, not the version that's most convenient for her. If she's not actively encouraging your personal and professional growth, it's time to ask yourself whether she's truly invested in you or just in the idea of what you could become. Number 3, she listens to you intently. In today's hyper-distracted world, finding someone who listens, really listens, is like finding a needle in a haystack. Let's face it, we've all been in conversations where the other person is just waiting for their turn to talk. You're spilling your heart out, but you can see them scrolling on their phone, zoning out, or mentally rehearsing what they're going to say next. And that's not love. A woman who loves you will listen to you intently. She'll give you her full attention. She won't just hear the words coming out of your mouth. She'll tune in to what's really going on beneath the surface. When you talk about your day, your dreams, or your struggles, she won't brush it off or dismiss your feelings. She'll engage with you. She'll ask questions. She'll show empathy. Think about it. In a world where everyone's obsessed with themselves, finding someone who genuinely cares about what you have to say is priceless. If she's constantly distracted, always on her phone, or not paying attention, that's a sign her heart's not in it. Listening is an act of love. It's how she shows that she values your thoughts and feelings. If she's really in love with you, she'll make you feel heard and understood. And here's the kicker, she'll remember the little things. Maybe you mentioned offhand that you've been stressed at work. A woman who loves you will follow up later and ask, "Hey, how's that work project going?" Because she cares. If she doesn't, if she's always forgetting what you told her or brushing it off, that's not love. It's indifference. And in today's relationships, indifference is deadly. You want someone who listens to you because they care, not because they feel obligated. Listening is love in action. If she's not giving you that, it's time to rethink the relationship. Number 4, she trusts you with vulnerability. This is where a lot of men get it wrong. You think that just because she's always smiling, always putting on a brave face, that she's got everything under control. But if she's never vulnerable with you, she doesn't truly love you. Real love isn't about perfection. It's about being able to show your flaws, your fears, and your insecurities without worrying about being judged. Think about the last time you saw her break down her walls. Has she ever cried in front of you? Has she ever shared something deeply personal, something that she hides from the rest of the world? If the answer is no, then you're only seeing the surface level of who she is. In today's social media culture, everyone's putting up a front. They're showing off their best lives, pretending everything's perfect, and hiding the mess behind closed doors. But real love is raw. It's about being able to trust someone with your deepest, darkest truths. If she can't do that with you, it's because she doesn't fully trust you. And let me tell you, vulnerability isn't just about emotions. It's about being open to hurt. When a woman loves you, she's willing to risk getting hurt because she believes in the relationship. She's willing to show you her flaws because she knows that you'll still love her regardless. If she's always guarded, if she's always hiding behind a mask of perfection, then she's not fully in it. Here's a tough question. Does she share her problems with you, or does she take them somewhere else? If she's sharing her fears, her doubts, and her anxieties with someone else, whether it's her friends, family, or social media, then you need to seriously reconsider where you stand in her life. Vulnerability is the key to intimacy. Without it, you're just two people coexisting, not really connecting. If she's not willing to be vulnerable with you, she's not willing to let you in. And a relationship without vulnerability is like a house built on sand. It won't stand the test of time. Number 5. She prioritizes your well-being. In today's society, where everyone is focused on me, finding a woman who genuinely prioritizes your well-being is rare. Most people are too self-absorbed to care about anyone else's problems. But a woman who truly loves you will make sure you're taken care of, not just physically but mentally and emotionally. This isn't just about asking, "How was your day?" and then zoning out while you answer. It's deeper than that. A woman who loves you will notice when something's off. She'll pick up on your energy and know when you're stressed, tired, or overwhelmed, even if you don't say it outright. And she'll do something about it. Maybe she cooks you a meal when she sees you're too tired. Maybe she encourages you to take a day off when you've been working non-stop. Or maybe she just sits with you in silence, knowing that sometimes words aren't necessary. These small acts of care are how she shows that your well-being matters to her. Here's the thing. In a world where everyone's obsessed with their own comfort and convenience, a woman who goes out of her way to make sure you're okay is a rare find. She's not doing it because she has to. She's doing it because she cares. But don't confuse this with someone who's overly controlling or mothering. This isn't about her trying to fix your life for you or treat you like a child. It's about her showing genuine concern for your health and happiness. She's not just looking out for herself, she's looking out for you too. If she's constantly taking care of her own needs, but never checking in on yours, then it's time to ask yourself, does she really care about me? Or is she just using me to get what she wants? Because a woman who truly loves you will always prioritize your well-being, even when it's inconvenient for her. Number 6. She defends you in your absence. This is where things get serious. We live in a world where gossip runs rampant, where people are quick to tear down others just for the sake of drama. And here's the brutal truth. If she doesn't defend you when you're not around, she doesn't really respect you. When you're in love with someone, their reputation becomes your reputation. A woman who truly loves you will never let anyone badmouth you when you're not there to defend yourself. In fact, she'll actively shut it down. Whether it's her friends, family, or random acquaintances, she'll make it crystal clear that no one gets to disrespect you. Have you ever been in a situation where someone was bad-mouthing their partner to friends? That's a massive red flag. A woman who does that isn't loyal to you. She's loyal to her own ego. But a woman who loves you will stand up for you when you're not around. She'll tell her friends, "That's my man, and I won't tolerate this." That's real love. And let me tell you, it's rare these days. If she's letting people talk down about you or stays silent when someone disrespects you, it's time to rethink your relationship. Loyalty isn't just about being faithful. It's about protecting your name when you're not there to do it yourself. This is something most men don't even realize they deserve. But trust me, you do. Number 7. She takes genuine interest in your passions. Here's something that might surprise you. If she truly loves you, she'll be interested in what you care about. Now, don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean she'll suddenly start loving football, video games, or your passion for collecting rare watches. But what it does mean is that she'll show a real interest in your passions because she knows they matter to you. We live in a time where relationships are transactional. People are in it for what they can get out of it. But a woman who's truly invested in you will want to understand the things that light your fire, even if they're not her cup of tea. We all know women who could care less about what their partner loves. They just don't show up to support his hobbies or interests. That's not love. That's indifference. A woman who's invested in your happiness will ask questions about your passions. She'll show up at your events, and she'll find ways to participate, even if she's not deeply into it herself. This is more than just being polite. It's a real sign of emotional investment. It shows she's willing to step into your world and share your joy, even if it's not something she would naturally gravitate towards. She's invested in you as a person, not just in the relationship. So ask yourself, does she encourage you to pursue your passions, or is she indifferent? Does she actively engage in conversations about your interests, or is it all about her? If it's the latter, you might need to reconsider whether she's in it for the long haul. Number 8, she shows emotional consistency. This one's huge. In today's world, everyone is playing emotional games. 1 minute they're hot, the next minute they're cold. This kind of roller coaster behavior has become the norm in modern relationships, and frankly, it's exhausting. But here's the deal. A woman who truly loves you will be emotionally consistent. She won't flip-flop between being affectionate one day and distant the next. She'll offer you a steady, reliable, emotional experience, day in and day out. You'll know where you stand with her, because she won't keep you guessing. She won't use her emotions as a weapon to manipulate you. She won't punish you with the silent treatment or blow hot and cold to keep you on edge. Emotional consistency is a hallmark of real love because it shows maturity and security. A woman who is emotionally consistent gives you the space to relax and trust in the relationship. Think about it. How many men today are constantly walking on eggshells, unsure of how their partner is going to react? One wrong word, and suddenly the whole relationship feels like it's on the brink of collapse. That's not love. That's emotional manipulation. If she's constantly making you second-guess her feelings or your place in her life, it's time to take a hard look at whether this is a healthy situation for you. A woman who loves you will be steady in her emotions. She won't need to play games to keep your attention because she knows her value, and she knows your value too. If she's emotionally consistent, that's a sign she's in it for the long haul. Number 9, she invests in the relationship. Here's another reality check. Relationships require effort. Too many men think that once they're in a relationship, the hard part is over. But that's when the real work begins. A woman who truly loves you won't expect the relationship to magically maintain itself. She'll actively invest in it, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. This doesn't mean she's doing all the work, but it does mean she's taking responsibility for her part in the relationship. She plans dates. She checks in with you emotionally. She makes sure that your relationship doesn't just stagnate, but continues to grow. You can feel the difference when someone is actively investing in the relationship versus just coasting. And here's the kicker. It's not about grand gestures. Sure, big romantic acts are nice, but what really matters is the day-to-day effort. Does she make an effort to keep the lines of communication open? Does she work to resolve conflicts rather than letting them fester? Does she show up when it matters, not just when it's convenient? A woman who is truly committed to you won't take the relationship for granted. She knows that love requires work, and she's willing to put in that effort because she values what you have together. If she's not investing in the relationship, ask yourself why. Love that's one-sided will eventually crumble. Number 10. She forgives your flaws and mistakes. Here's the thing. No man is perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to say things you don't mean or make decisions that, in hindsight, weren't the best. But a woman who truly loves you will forgive your flaws and mistakes. Now, this doesn't mean she'll accept bad behavior or let you walk all over her. It means that she understands you're human, and she's willing to move past the bumps in the road because she's committed to the relationship. In today's world, people are quick to write others off. One mistake, and they're out. But real love is about understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. She won't hold your mistakes over your head, and she won't bring up past grievances just to win an argument. Instead, she'll talk things through, forgive, and move forward. It's easy to love someone when everything is going smoothly. But the real test of love is how someone reacts when things go wrong. Does she hold a grudge and punish you for every misstep? Or does she recognize that everyone makes mistakes and choose to move forward with you, stronger than before? If you found a woman who forgives, who doesn't keep score, and who lets go of the small stuff to focus on the bigger picture, then you've found something truly rare in today's world. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're already ahead of 99% of people out there, and you have proved to be a true Stoic, someone who seeks depth in wisdom and understanding. For listening till this far in the video, here is a bonus just for you. Number 11. She supports your vision for the future. Now this is the bonus, and trust me, it's the one that separates real love from just a fling. A woman who truly loves you will support your vision for the future. This means she's on board with your long-term goals, your ambitions, and your dreams. She doesn't just see you as you are now. She sees the man you want to become, and she wants to be by your side on that journey. In today's relationships, it's common for people to get caught up in the present. They focus on what feels good now, what's easy, and what's convenient. But a woman who loves you isn't just thinking about today. She's invested in your future. She'll help you achieve your goals, whether that's building a business, starting a family, or living a life of adventure. She won't stand in your way or try to change your vision to fit her own agenda. Instead, she'll support your path and push you to be the best version of yourself. This is rare, my friend. Most women want a man who's already made it. They don't want to go through the struggle with you. But if you've found a woman who's willing to build with you, to work through the tough times because she believes in your vision, then you've found a keeper. Think about it. Does she see the future the way you do? Is she willing to make sacrifices for the bigger picture? If the answer is yes, then you've found something that most men only dream of. There you have it. 10 qualities that prove she's truly in love with you. These aren't just surface-level traits. These are the qualities that define real, lasting love. If you've found a woman who has these qualities, congratulations, you're one of the lucky few. But if not, it's time to reevaluate what you're getting out of your relationship. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. A strong, supportive relationship is possible, but only if you're willing to demand it. Before you go, drop a comment below and let me know which of these qualities resonated with you the most. And if you got value out of this video, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button or join the channel membership. Either one helps us continue to create content that's accessible to as many men as possible. Let's build a community of men who refuse to settle for anything less than true love.